Have you ever walked into a place that felt wrong from the moment you stepped inside? A place where the air is thick with fear, almost alive. Tonight, Ryan, Emma, and Luke decided to explore an abandoned building, dismissing the rumors as mere myths. But what they didn't know was that this building wasn't abandoned. It was waiting for them. From whispers in the dark to a shadowy figure that seemed to know their every move, this night would change everything. The air was thick with mist as they walked down the narrow alley. The flickering streetlights cast long shadows, and the sound of their footsteps echoed in the silence. Ryan, Emma, and Luke had always been close, drawn together by their thirst for adventure. Tonight, however, dread replaced their usual thrill. They stood in a rundown district where few dared to go after dark. The whispers about this place, about those who entered but never returned, had always intrigued Ryan. "Come on," Ryan said. "It's just another myth. Let's get in and get out." "Easy for you to say," Luke muttered. "If something happens, I'm blaming you." Ryan smirked, but couldn't shake his unease as they approached the creaking door. It stood half open, inviting them inside. "I mean it, Ryan," Emma whispered. "Something feels wrong." Ryan pushed the door open, and they stepped inside. The air turned cold, the scent of decay and mildew heavy. The floorboards creaked underfoot, and the walls, covered in grime, told tales of long neglect. The windows were boarded up, cutting them off from the outside world. "I'm telling you," Emma said, her voice trembling. "This place is wrong." Ryan waved her off, but he couldn't ignore the growing heaviness in the air. This place felt different, darker somehow. They moved deeper into the building, their flashlights barely piercing the thick darkness. The silence was suffocating, broken only by the creaks of the floorboards. Then a low growl echoed through the building. They froze, the sound reverberating from every corner. "What was that?" Emma whispered. Ryan's confidence faltered. I don't know." From the shadows, a figure appeared, tall, shadowed, with eyes glowing faintly. It looked like a person, but wasn't. Its movements were jerky, unnatural, like it didn't belong in this world. "What the hell is that?" Ryan gasped. "I don't think it's human," Emma said, her voice trembling. The figure stepped closer, its head tilting unnaturally as it studied them. Its skin was ashen, stretched thin over its bones. Its mouth hung open in a grotesque grin. Then it laughed, an awful, guttural sound that made their skin crawl. Suddenly, the building seemed to come alive. The walls groaned as if breathing. The lights flickered, and a scraping sound echoed from above. The figure crawled toward them, its limbs contorting as it moved faster. "Run!" Emma screamed. "We need to get out, now!" They turned to flee, but the door slammed shut with a deafening crash. They were trapped. Panic set in as the creature's laughter grew louder, its presence overwhelming. They had to escape, but they soon realized there was no way out. The building wasn't just abandoned, it was alive, feeding off their fear. Every turn led them deeper into darkness. The creature's eyes followed them, unblinking, as it toyed with them. Ryan's heart pounded. There was no escape. They were trapped in a nightmare of their own making. Then, as quickly as it started, the laughter stopped. The building fell silent. In that silence, they heard it. The whispers, soft, distant, coming from somewhere deep within the building. Low voices, calling their names, pulling them deeper. "No, this can't be real," Luke muttered, backing away. But the whispers only grew louder, more insistent. The creature was gone, but the building was still alive. It was feeding on their fear, and they were its prey. With every step, the darkness seemed to close in around them. Ryan's legs trembled. There was no way out, no escape from the shadows that had claimed them. The whispers grew louder, and with them, the realization hit. This place wasn't abandoned. It was waiting for them. And now, there was no leaving. As the darkness swallowed them whole, they understood. This was the end. No one would ever know what happened to them. The building had claimed them, and they were never meant to leave.